viewer. I got a new video. Hey, it's been about a few months according to YouTube. I'm making a game where you play as a witch to craft and sell potions, while you go and manage a store to afford a mage college. First things first, I have a website to track all the small updates I have to the game. If you don't feel like following my Twitter for updates or waiting however long on here on YouTube, I feel like this is an easier medium to catch up on my progress. I also added more NPC customers to roam around. They're categorized as commoners, travelers, adventurers, and nobles, each with their own patience, reputation, and rarity values, especially depending on your own store's reputation. I also added more onto our special customers I've been calling the heroes. They have a chance to spawn randomly depending on your reputation after you close up your shop, and they won't have a chance to spawn again if you're currently taking an order from them. Now, I thought maybe for this door notice, it could be like a Genshin kind of reveal, not like a gacha, but more like a, oh, you got this hero and they're 3 stars. I'll have to bookmark it, but making the game takes a lot of art, it seems. I also got a plugin called Dialogic to help making the dialogue, and it's pretty alright working with. The heroes also have a preference for what type of potions they'll ask for. These ones is kinda large, but not all the types. You should see a difference when you start getting reputation, cause their orders wouldn't be tied to the same regular range of the customers. But there's no downside to rejecting an order if you can't fulfill it at the moment. Only when you fail to fulfill it would it be a detriment. I also changed up the inventory UI and the journal UI. Still kinda iffy on the inventory because I feel like maybe it's too much, I need to thin it out. Let me know how you want me to fix this up, but the journal, I made its own screen to handling these categories. If you want to remember a material and stuff like this, for your orders or the customers, I think it's easier this way to make it its own screen. Now for the decor, I almost forgot to even put this in the script because I assumed it was already in the previous devlog but wasn't. The decor comes in 3 categories. The cases, which I already shown off for customers buying potions out of. The leisures, that is usually the seats that customers can sit at to raise their patience a bit while waiting for an order. And lastly, amenities, that will help with gaining reputation. These amenities you can only buy once to help with using nicer furniture to display. I'll represent this the golden flower pot, but NPCs can have a chance to come up to the decor and admire it. There won't be a lot of reputation, but that's because it'll add up with more customers. Outside of all of these and working on the new UI art, I really gotta lock in more and get to the 3rd pillar of the features, and that's foraging. I'm slightly scared of having disappointing combat, but there's so many examples of what I can go for, it's probably better off for me to start with the crafting and then add to the customers. So, here's my future plan for the next updates. 1, obviously foraging. I'll keep it simple and focus more on how maps and biomes will generate rather than slapping enemies in. Lore-wise, Lucina forages her materials in an abandoned graveyard of the town. There's a heart to the wilderness that has made it dangerous and full of monsters, so the graveyard is a way to ease into reaching the forest for valuables, although it was abandoned for a reason. Secondly, ironically, for the game being called Witch Tuition, there's a lack of the tuition part. I'll be adding in alchemy classes, but don't worry about having to sit through boring lectures. The assignments will just be like the hero orders, just not random, and it'll scale in complexity. At the end of the month, I'm planning for there to be like a grading system for how many you're able to complete. Maybe bi-monthly, I could put in a test, be like a surprise element for the game, just to add variety. I honestly try my best not to scope creep too much, but it's really too late for that. Of course, I don't intend for the classes to be useless. They give me a way for the player to learn recipes they never experimented with, or tips on monsters and what they may drop to help with planning. Of course, there's also the conveniences of saving the game, a title screen, and cutting down on old code too. Lastly is shops, which is self-explanatory. I have no incentive on making it open world or anything. I'll probably just stick to a map for fast traveling until far later in the future. I just need to get this project to a state where anything I make can be made more of or done easier, like a template, or like how the models of the customers or how they put orders in. Basically, just finish the game, but with less of a priority on updating older codes. I had the idea of maybe taking a break to spend a month or two on a super small throwaway type of game to test out the combat, and then use it after I gotten feedback for this game. Since I'm not a studio, I'm supposed to be making those kind of games anyway, or at least game dev YouTube says to, but I really don't want to do this for money. So it's not like I want to take forever on this, but I'm not gonna rush it out because I need the cash, or like cashing in on the genre or anything. But thank you guys though for making it to the end if you didn't just cut to it. I'll keep at it, so be sure to follow or keep up with my blog for quicker updates. I'm not sure if I should make like a mailing list or something. I'm still pretty small for this type of field, but I'm still thankful for you guys for taking a look at what I got and supporting. Till next time, I'll try not to be ancient and still in pre-alpha.